Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be filming a Q&A and I'm going to be answering all of your questions about the flat that I'm currently living in, because I get quite a few DMs on Instagram of people like asking random questions about the flat, like the moving out process or how I found the flat, that kind of thing. There's loads of random questions. So anyway, I thought I would put all of it together in one video. I've made myself a cup of tea and I'm sitting on my floor in the living room. I feel like this is quite a nice background. I haven't really sat and filmed a proper video since living here, so I wasn't really sure which background to go for, but we're going for the sofa today, and we'll see how this goes. So I asked you guys over on Instagram this morning for some questions, and as you can see, we got quite a few, so I'm just going to make my way through them and hopefully I can answer some of your questions. So the first question is, do you think you'll ever move back home, or is this it? So if you don't know, I moved to uni for 3 years and then I moved back for lockdown. My plan was originally to move to London, but then I decided once coming back here for a bit that I just wanted to stay closer to home. So currently I'm about 40 minutes away from my family home and I really like the freedom. I like being on my own. I'm quite good with my own company, but I'm living close enough to home that it's really easy to pop back and see my parents and they can come and see me, vice versa. So I definitely don't think I would ever move back home. Moving back home for lockdown was quite tricky. I'm very lucky, you know, I've got a family home that I could move back to if I ever needed to. Okay, sorry if I've moved. I just had to get up and turn my fridge off because it makes a really annoying buzzing sound and I realised that you could hear it in the background of the video. So let's continue where we left off. So I don't think I would ever move back home just because I lived at uni for 3 years on my own and I loved living on my own and living away from my family, as bad as that sounds, but I'm 23 now and I am ready to like be living on my own and have my own place. So I don't think I would move back home out of choice. Obviously, never know what's going to happen in the future, but my plan is to live here for a year because that's how long my tenancy is up for, and then when that runs out I will see what my situation is. I may want to move elsewhere, I may want to stay living here. I'm not really sure what the plan is, but yeah, I don't think I would ever move back home. Were there more surprise costs than you first realised, bills, etc.? Yeah, I feel like when you go to uni, you're quite lucky in the fact that you live in halls and stuff and it's all very easy and set up for you. I didn't realise things like TV licence, council tax, setting up your Wi-Fi, like there's a lot of extra costs that I didn't realise, but you kind of just learn along the way, I think. I didn't realise like how expensive council tax is. I think I have to pay like £1,000 just to live here for the year, and then my Wi-Fi was like a couple of £100 for the year. Bills as well, like I haven't actually got my first lot of bills through yet, which I'm waiting for, but yeah, there are a lot of extra expenses, but I think you just learn along the way. Worst and best thing about living on your own. The worst thing about living on your own is definitely just like feeling lonely. Sometimes during the day I get a little bit bored, or like in the evenings I feel a bit lonely and I want some company. Like I would love to just have somebody to sit and watch TV with, but quite a lot of the time I just have my friends over and I've been seeing a lot of people that I haven't seen for years. I've been socialising so much since I've been here, obviously sensibly because of lockdown and social distancing and stuff, but yeah, that's definitely the worst thing, is just like feeling lonely. And the best thing is having your own freedom, being able to do whatever you want at any time of the day, and also being able to like decorate it the way you want. I have had so much fun decorating the place and making it look exactly how I want. So yeah, they're like the best and the worst things. Where were the cheapest places to get homeware, and did you get your inspo from anywhere? So I looked on Pinterest quite a lot before I moved in, because the main room that I wanted to like decorate was my bedroom. That was the one I was most excited about. I got my bedding from Urban Outfitters and I've gone for like a green and gold theme in there. So I've got fairy lights wrapped around my bed. I've got like a wooden bed frame. You'll see it when I do a flat tour at some point. But yeah, a lot of inspiration just from Pinterest and also Instagram, just like following home accounts and stuff. I think some of the best places I found on a budget to decorate was definitely Asda. So my rug that's in my living room, I get so many people asking me on Instagram where it's from. It's from Asda. It was about £40 and I absolutely love it. I also got, what else did I get from Asda? I got a few other bits from Asda, and then I've got a load of prints to put up on the walls. They are all from Decor, which I love. I've used their website before to decorate my room in halls. And then this cushion here was from Debenhams. This was only £10, which I think is pretty cheap for a cushion. So yeah, I got that in Debenhams. Any other places? Probably just IKEA. Like all my furniture is from IKEA, and also Primark. I went to Primark Home the other day and I got a few cute things. So they are probably the best places. Were you anxious about moving out and living on your own? I had quite a few people asking me this, and just like general feelings about living on my own. So I feel like I'm pretty good in my own company. I love my own space, and because I'm quite fussy about lots of things, like I am very clean, I can't stand mess, I like things done my own way, it's just best for me to live on my own at the moment. So when I first moved to uni, obviously I was in halls, I loved that. Then second year I moved in with a group of girls and I just didn't really like it. I've spoken about this in videos before, but it kind of just made me realise that actually I'm not ready to like live with someone and have to deal with their mess and stuff like that. I think if I was in a relationship it would be completely different. Like I definitely could live with someone if I was in a relationship with them, but friends or anything like that, flatmates, it's just not for me. And I know that not everyone is in a situation where they can live on their own, but personally I love it. Yes, I was anxious, yes I do still get like scared at night and stuff. I lie in bed and I like hear a noise and I'm like but it's just getting used to it. It would be the same if I was here with someone else. I think I would still just be a bit anxious about having to deal with things on your own. Like I feel like a proper adult now. Yeah, it is kind of scary, but it's just part of growing up, I suppose. Somebody asked, would you get a dog? I am not going to get a dog, no. I would love to get a pet. I originally really wanted to get a cat when I moved out, because my parents obviously got my little kitten Leo, who I showed in a video. My parents got him just before I moved out. I think a lot of people thought it was my cat. It kind of is, it's like a family cat, so obviously I didn't take him with me, but I couldn't have a pet here anyway because it's no pets allowed. So yeah, I won't be getting a pet anytime soon. Was the moving process hard because of lockdown? No, I don't think it was any different. Again, I was quite lucky in the fact that my dad has got quite a big van, so we managed to move everything ourselves. We didn't have to hire like a company, like a moving company or anything like that. We literally did it all ourselves, so yeah, it was literally fine. Like everything was the same. I think the only thing that was probably different is when I went to IKEA to go and get all of the furniture and stuff. Obviously the process of going to IKEA was a little bit different, and it still hasn't been that easy to just like go out and get bits for the flat and stuff, but it was literally fine. Like it wasn't difficult at all, and I don't think it would have really been any different if I'd have moved not in lockdown. Any tips on flat hunting and making final decisions? I had a lot of questions like that, and people asking like how I knew the flat was right for me and stuff like that. So I actually went and viewed another flat before this one. It is very close to where this one is. It was pretty much the same price, and it was just not as nice at all. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's not cheap, and the flat that I looked at was really disgusting. Like we went and looked around it during lockdown, so the estate agent just waited outside, let us in so we could go and have a look around, and everything was like broken. There was loads of moldy stuff. It just hadn't been taken care of very well, and it just didn't feel nice. Like I looked around it, I was really excited, and then we got there and we were like, no, that is not worth the money at all. It needed so much work doing to it, and obviously that's not what you expect when you rent somewhere, because you can't do anything yourself. Like it basically needed a whole new kitchen fitting. It just wasn't nice at all. And then we came to view this one, and I just knew that I loved it. Like we came and looked around, it felt so nice, and I just felt really comfortable here, and it made me not want to look anywhere else. So I just think you'll just know if you feel really happy there. And the way that I found both of the flats to view was just through Rightmove. That's all I used. I just checked it like every single day. I turned on the notifications for like the area that I wanted to live in, and then I got an email every time a new flat went up that would be suitable for me, and then yeah, just came and viewed them, and this was the one. I would just say, like, don't rush into anything. There's always new properties coming on the market. Like literally every day there was so many being added, so I didn't want to like rush into something just because I knew I wanted to move out. Actually was going to view another flat before this one, and I kind of knew in my head that it wasn't like ideal, but I was so desperate and so ready to move out that we were going to go and view it, and then we were like, actually it's best not to. Like it's better to wait a little bit longer and get something that you really like than to rush into anything. Somebody said, I'm thinking of moving out on my own, but I don't want to be bothering people just to stay occupied. Help. This is a really interesting one. I think if you want to move out on your own, did you say you want to move out? Yes, if you want to move out on your own, then that's like your decision. But it depends what kind of person you are. I think a lot of people wouldn't want to live on their own. Like I know personally, a lot of my friends are like, how do you live on your own? I could never live on my own. Like I want to live with people because it's fun. But if you choose to live on your own, I think you have to accept that there's going to be a lot of times where you have to spend time by yourself, and I think choosing to move out on your own is probably it's just something you've got to accept. But obviously I'm sure if you've got like lots of friends and family and people that can come over and see you, they're not going to think that you're bothering them to come and see you. Like, it will just mean that you're more sociable. Like, I've seen so many friends that I haven't seen for years since I've lived here, just because I've got my own place. I can have them come over, and they like coming over. Like, I have my friends message me like, can I come over, can I, because it's exciting. If you've got your own place, like, your friends will want to come and see you. You're not going to be bothering them. Okay, so a lot of the questions, probably like 50% of them, are all about how I've afforded to live here, and I've kind of touched on it previously in a video, I think. I'm not going to go into like every detail possible, but I am in a very lucky situation. Obviously I'm living on my own. I've just finished uni. I haven't got a job at the moment, so everyone is like, how are you affording to live there? So currently my dad is paying my rent until I get a full-time job. I'm going to be paying all my bills and everything myself, but yeah, I am very lucky. He is lending me the money to pay for the rent until I can afford it myself. I do have a part-time job. Like, my income from YouTube, it's not a massive amount, like, it's not a great deal of money, but it is enough to see me through, and I could use my savings to pay for this place if I wanted to. That's how much money I managed to save throughout uni. I earned a lot of money through my talent management, so all the brand deals and everything that I've been doing since I've been with them. I've got a big chunk of money saved in my bank, and I could potentially use that for rent if I wanted to, so I could technically afford it. But my parents are being extremely kind, and they are paying my rent until I get a full-time job. So I think, like, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, obviously, and I know a lot of people have got opinions on parents paying for things, and I completely understand that. Yes, I'm very fortunate, I'm very lucky to be in this position, but I don't like talking about it all the time because I'm not trying to like show off, and I understand that not everyone is in a situation where they can just move out. Like, I totally get that, and that's why I don't really talk about it a lot, but I'm not going to avoid the question at the same time when I get asked. So there is your answer. If you do have a negative opinion on it, then please don't leave a comment down below, because I will just delete it, or yeah, just don't. Just, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. Somebody said, any tips for getting used to being far away from family and friends? I can't really answer this because I'm not actually far away from my family and friends. My family, like I said, live about 40-minute drive away, so they're pretty close, and a lot of my friends actually live here, so I've been seeing a lot more of people than I normally would. I've literally met up with so many old friends and had like catch-ups and drinks with a lot of my friends. So yeah, if anything, I've seen more people living here, so I don't know how to answer that. Obviously when I was at uni, I lived really far away from my family, but we just planned lots of trips. We always had like something planned where we would see each other, which was really nice. And then obviously I made new friends at uni, which kept me occupied and kept me busy. So yeah, and also my friends from uni are actually coming down to visit me this weekend, so next week or potentially the week after, there's going to be a few videos with them, which is really exciting. We had a FaceTime chat this morning, and we said that we were going to film some videos together, so that's going to be really fun, to keep your eyes peeled for that. I think I'm going to answer one more question and then I will be done, because I'm a bit concerned that I've turned my fridge and freezer off for so long. So the last question I'm going to answer is, how did you decide that this was the right time to move out? Love you and your videos, by the way. Thank you so much. The right time to move out. So I feel like it's different for everybody, and there's not like one answer for this, but living at uni for 3 years on my own, having my own freedom, was like the best time of my life. I absolutely loved it, and like I've already said a few times, I really like my own company. I'm quite good at keeping busy, and I just like being on my own because you can never annoy yourself, you know? So when I was living back home for lockdown, obviously like it was fine. Like, I love my parents to bits and I could happily live with them if I needed to, but the opportunity was there for me to move out, and I knew that I needed to take a next step to just get some independence back, and I kind of felt like a child being back home. That's not me being negative about living at home or anything. I understand that people have to do it, but I think if you have ever moved out and then you've had to move back home, you will know exactly what I mean. But it does make you feel like you're a lot younger again. You know, you're having your meals cooked for you, your washing done for you, you know, you're sort of like living by somebody else's rules, and you're living under someone else's roof, which I love to bits, and I love my family, and I could live there, but I wanted to move out I felt really ready to just feel like a grown-up again and be able to do my own thing and like sit and film videos about the next stage of my life, and yeah, just be a little bit more independent again. So that's how I knew. I was just getting really fed up of being at home, and I knew that I needed to take the next step, because I was originally meant to be moving to London, and then I just decided that that was a little bit too far of a step for me, and that I wanted to take it in baby steps. So I settled for here, which is Exeter. So yeah, I hope that that answered some of your questions about my new flat. If you have got any more, just leave them down below and I will answer them. Remember to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please press the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon with another video. Goodbye.